Don't know.
Yep, meet. Oh, in Hierarch Square? Nearest residence? Okay. Well, there was... Can we actually follow him there? There's... Yeah. Nope, Carol! I want to see if we can actually follow Lambert there. I want to see if he actually will walk all the way over there. Or has he already disappeared? We're technically supposed to go this... No, that's him! He's still there. I want to see if we can trail him all the way. Or if he magically disappears or teleports at some point. I mean, it'd be helpful if we could actually sprint and not be encumbered right now. But, it seems like he's actually going to walk all the way there. But yeah, I'm assuming that this will presumably, end in a fight, right? Probably. That's actually not that far away. He's got a decent route. Probably would not have gone this route, but, it is, oh man, it feels like we're back at the gym. Lambert's like, yeah, I'm missing my day on the Stairmaster, so, I could have just fast traveled myself, but you see, really needed to work on the calves. He's still here? Did we lose him? We might have lost Lambert. He may have teleported once he rounded the corner here. But either way, I believe we are now more or less here. Apparently is at this archway down here. There's Lambert. Okay, let's save just in case. It's been a while since we last saved, and this does seem like potentially something that could go terribly wrong. I don't ever remember in this area. I mean, well, I remember this square. I just don't remember looking down this alleyway. Maybe we were always coming from the opposite direction. I feel like that's probably the case. All right, Lambert, what's the deal?
Ready?
I suppose.
I think I know how to get in. I got a plan.
Is it
If
doesn't
your
involve
plan
just
doesn't
fighting
include
them?
dealing with an escort of guardsmen, best revise it. Calm now. Let them start it.
You're expected. Come in.
We are? Huh? Sure about that? Is that the person we're looking for? This is the crime lord?
Make yourselves at home.
But now it's going to seem really nice
He's
to
a
make us feel
witcher.
guilty, right?
Very true. Allow me to introduce my wife Letitia and my two little tots.
Yeah, this is the part where we're supposed
You
to
know who
pity him.
I am, and I've heard of you. You've been asking many questions about me. That always draws my attention.
What school do you come out of?
That of the cat.
Oh,
So
okay.
few of us left.
Okay. Interesting. So the person who got abducted, who was, or kidnapped or whatever it was, who was Lambert's friend, was also from the cat school, I do think. And cat school, you guys were telling me, is known for being a bit of a derelict school. It went off the rails a little bit, or to put it in simpler terms, was kind of crazy. And they messed with the Witcher mutagens, and instead of reducing the Witcher's emotions, they actually increased them, and they made them erratic and unpredictable and potentially dangerous. So, that's a little twist. Didn't see that one coming. Yeah, this is also a good point. Witches are sterile. How do you have children?
Witchers can't have children.
But they can have wards, or take in a woman along with her children, embrace them as their own.
Suppose you're not wrong. I mean, that is basically what Geralt did, right? With Ciri. So, alright, fair play. What about this whole merchant, air quotes, business?
I could understand a witcher becoming a hired assassin, but a merchant?
Why ever not? Not one among us doesn't dream of changing our life. I simply did not stop at dreaming. They say no witcher has ever died in his bed. I aim to be the first.
Remains to be seen.
Lambert is unconvinced. I myself am also unconvinced. At the moment, the guy seems very innocent. But you need to remember the context here. This guy has kidnapped and possibly killed someone. So he's not the goody two-shoes that he's trying to make it seem like he is. Lambert does have something to discuss with you, and this is perhaps about to escalate very quickly.
My
Might need to
friend needs
interrupt
talk
Lambert
you.
to stop him from killing him. If we see that as something that we want to do, kind of
Lads,
expect that.
take the children and Letitia and leave us.
Yeah.
Our guests wish to speak to me.
I'm kind of curious how Geralt immediately knew that he was a Witcher, because I don't
all
see the
ears.
scar, which is
Talk
usually
to him, Geralt.
the telltale
If I
sign.
do, first word he says to me, I'll lose it and throttle the fucker.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what I expected him to do. Does your wife know that you are a Witcher who trades slaves and stuff?
Your wife know who you were?
We are thoroughly honest with one another, harbor no secrets.
She never
prays
asks.
for me each day. You know what? I think it's working.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
Relax, Lambert.
he doesn't know.
I
just never
confessed
asked.
all just before we pledged to marry one another. Began a new life that day.
And then
with
you
a
axied
clean
her.
slate.
Clean slate. What about the house? Nice place you got here. Be a shame if something happened to it.
Nice place you got.
As it turned out, I have a flair for enterprise. Now I have coin enough to provide my family with the finer things in life.
With some left over for philanthropy.
Miss Marabella's institute does not scorn small donations. Neither does the city's Widows and Orphans Relief Fund, amongst others.
Again, trying to earn brownie points with us. Just trying to find as many ways as possible to make this guy seem like a good guy. And if we didn't know any better, we would say, yeah, it seems like he's a good guy. I mean, he does seem like a little bit stuck up. A little bit high horsey. But, this is where things are going to start to get interesting.
Remember Aiden? A Witcher. Murdered in Elander. Guessing the killers were paid well.
I remember him as I remember all the others, with the deepest regret.
Yeah, I am surprised. This guy does not appear
Yet
to have any
Aiden
scars.
was different in a way. Contrary to rumor, we did not set out to kill him. We were forced to when he attacked us.
Okay. Go on, then. Tell us your side of the story. I suppose, again, we'll hear him out. We'll see if what he says sounds true enough, but I strongly suspect that what's going to happen here is we're going to be stuck in the middle between Lambert and this guy. Lambert is going to be like, we need to kill him right now. I don't trust this guy for a second. He killed Aiden. Whereas this guy's going to say, I'm innocent. I mean, I had to kill him, but I was, I had no other choice for whatever reason we're about to hear. I'm all around a good guy who donates to charity and has this loving wife and family. So, not entirely sure just yet where I'm gonna end up in terms of which side I'm gonna take, so let's hear him out.
What's your version of this story?
Aiden had accepted a contract to lift the curse from the Duke's daughter. He took the coin, bungled the job, then left once the girl passed on.
You lie.
We were not to kill him, we were debt collectors. He'd spent the coin already, so we demanded his swords. When he refused, tempers flared. Vienne, positioned as a sniper, lost her nerve. Hit Aiden square in the eye. Later, she devised her own version of the story. To silence her guilt, I expect.
Okay, that's interesting. So, you're saying he botched a job, and then he owed money. And you came to collect said money that he owed. He said he couldn't pay it. And so you said, all right, we're going to take your swords. He didn't like that, which, since Aiden also cat school witcher, and therefore presumably someone who's a bit of a temper and can get very out of control, that doesn't seem out of the question. That seems pretty believable that that would be his reaction. As for whether that actually, all the steps leading up to that happened, that part harder to say. But then the whole, like, oh, her hand slipped and she shot a crossbow in his eye, that part's also a little bit tough to just take without, or to just accept without further explanation. It just seems like an odd coincidence. Oh yeah, I just accidentally absolutely annihilated him with my cross, or my bow or crossbow or whatever it was. I mean, yes, she was supposedly a sniper in the trees that was presumably already aiming at him, but you know, it's pretty important that you don't accidentally kill someone who you're not supposed to kill.
I've heard enough.
What now?
Great question. I don't know who I believe here. Let's see what our options are. You've changed. So you've changed, I assume, is basically saying, like, once upon a time, you were not a great person, and you would have deserved to have been punished, but now you've sort of made up for your mistakes and will forgive you. Your remorse, it's fake, is calling out on your lie, saying that, hey, this is all a farce, and in truth, you're just as bad a guy as you always were, and so you do deserve to be punished, and we're going to take you out. Too late to repent, basically saying, it was bad then, it's still bad now, so we're taking you out. We'll leave you alone is sort of like a, well, I don't know, so let's walk away. Or I suppose, basically saying, you're not so bad after all, so we'll let you go. So, yeah, I guess this is probably like the most pro this other dude, followed by this, and then these two both involve us trying to fight him dead. So, I mean, I definitely don't believe everything that he said, but we just don't quite have enough information to know how much of it is a lie, how much of it is fake. I mean, his tone of voice is totally contrived, right? So that's not helping him. But, I mean, this is probably going to result in him being dead, or result in us fighting him. But I suppose it gives him a chance to try to explain a little bit more, maybe give us a little bit more context. So I suppose I'll take this one, but like I said, actually, yeah, I don't have a terribly strong opinion here.
Know what, KARADIN? Your remorse, it's feigned, completely dishonest. You put on a good show, but I just don't believe you.
Don't even know why we bothered with this chat. We came here to kill you.
I mean, kind of. We came here to kill him, but also spare him. I mean, so that's the thing. It's like, I think you're partially lying, or at least partially lying, if not completely lying. Well, at least some of the things are true. But, not necessarily sure I want to kill you, because, like, two wrongs don't necessarily make a right, and maybe at this stage you are truthfully done with the whole slave trade thing. If, I mean, it'd be difficult for you to pull that off with your wife and kids. Not impossible, but that would be quite an elaborate system you'd have to have in place to either get them bought in on it or to continue to lie about it to their faces, even if you told us that you told them from the get-go. But I do kind of want to try to spare him. I think Lambert will be displeased. Well, at the same time, I think we might want to kind of appease Lambert here. We want to have Lambert think highly of us, because he's going to be an important ally for us, I think. And I'm concerned about, like, I don't care very much about this guy that we're talking to right now. But I'm concerned about Lambert judging us for sparing him and saying, no, Geralt, I hate you now. I never want to see you or talk to you again. So be out of sight. Get out of my sight. So I think we just basically go with Lambert here for that reason.
Do what you want, Lambert. Your friend, your vengeance.
Been waiting a long time for this.
And I don't aim to die.
Yeah, I assume we're gonna... Oh, that was mean. Okay. Whoa! What was that? Please allow me to put Quinn back on? Also, this guy is, like, blocking everything. Can Lambert die? I actually wonder. I mean, this guy's, like, definitely dead.
Thanks for your help, Geralt.
You're welcome.
Want to talk about it?
No.
See you later.
Absolutely not.
Someday.
Lambert's
So
like,
long, Lambert.
that's all. That's all I needed from you. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, I mean, was it cruel punishment for this guy? Yeah, it was. Did I want to kill him? Not necessarily. But at the end of the day, I was more concerned about supporting Lambert than I was doing the right thing for this guy. Because I think long term, keeping Lambert as a close ally is important. Picking up a Dimeradium bomb and a Grape Shot bomb? That's weird. What happens if you haven't crafted those yet? Or do you start off with those?
Well, another freak.
Excuse you. Well, either way, that quest is now done. I actually wonder if you can go back through his house and loot anything there. This door is presumably locked, or just unopenable. Okay. Let's see what's here. Well, this is actually just out into the city now. I was gonna say the countryside, but that's not really true. In the middle of the city. Let's see. Well, we are equidistant from seemingly every single fast travel spot. I think what we do here is let's go up to this one, then we'll fast travel to this one, then we'll go to Ivier, and I'm hoping that at this point he will be ready to buy a bunch more stuff from us. And perhaps we do summon Roach if she will oblige.
You go your way, I'll go mine.
Thank you, Roach. Okay. Oh, actually, I'm just following this path here for the quest marker, but it is actually... Yeah, oh, pardon me. It's actually this green mark over here. Ah, look at that. We could sprint for a moment there, or gallop for a moment there, and then as soon as we got up to, or at least even close to this square, I was like, you can't do that here. I'm sorry. That violates the city code NR-1-2-345.
Roach.
We're going to have to incarcerate you. Okay, so fingers crossed that IBR is now ready to buy more stuff from us, because we certainly do still have more to sell. I think we will prioritize selling the armor, but if we run out of armor to sell, then we'll give him the saddles as well, but I don't think that's going to happen, at least not yet. Eventually, maybe, but every time we see a crowd of people like this, I always feel like there's a non-zero chance that there could be some kind of quest that comes out of it if they're having some kind of special chat. But at least not on this occasion. Alright, let's bring Roach back. I'm sorry that Roach may have just appeared directly on top of you and run you over. Okay, but idea is actually... Oh, maybe right just over here. Kind of, sort of. Okay. So, Javier, are you prepared for us to continue to give you all the items in the world?
Ivier.
Greetings, Geralt. How might I be of help?
We're about to see if you can be of
What do
help.
you have on offer?
The answer to that question is no. No, you cannot. Adios. Sayonara.
So long.
Okay. So, in that case, what's next on our list? Let's take a look at our quests here. And I think the high stakes, like I said, we could do that at some point. Oh, didn't we? I was just saying, though, that we had, I thought, old pals, yeah. Lambert, where are you now? Now you're... Oh, dear. In a totally different area. Now he's at Kaer Morhen. Okay. So, I mean, obviously we will go there pretty soon. It's not the end of the world, but it does mean that he probably went from one of the next things on our list to something that's going to have to wait a little bit longer. So, not yet, I'm afraid, in that case. The other things we can do, though, were this. And, I mean, Free Spirit, but we're not going to find anything on our map that actually points us to that. So I think we go for this one. Or we go for the stuff in the sewer, which I'm assuming we ideally would like to have, well, us not be encumbered for that. So well, I'd kind of like to keep it to the relatively simple stuff here. I mean, if this is like exploring this huge area, then if it's in the water, then maybe that's not a terrible thing if we're encumbered for that. But if we're like running around in the sewers and actually fighting people, then that's probably not great for being encumbered. And I assume we can't bring Roach into the sewer. I'm not sure we've ever tried, but I don't think we can bring her into caves, or at least usually can't. So I think that's fairly likely that that would be the case. So I think we go for this next. In that case, let's target this, and hopefully by the time we're done tracking this stuff down, then Ivier will be ready to buy stuff. Z is our go-to guy. I mean, him and Joanna. Joanna, like we were saying earlier, is perhaps slightly less ideal, but Roach, please stop running away from us. Even when you're just strolling like that, still kind of hard to catch up to you when we can't sprint, so that's kind of sad, but we got you now, and let's head back. And we will, in fact, try to find what we found. What was initially? It was something in a shipwreck, I think, on Skellige. Told us that there was more to find elsewhere, and this is it. Over here. Now, do we go to the Widow's Grotto, or do we go to Urson? I think Urson is probably a little bit better. Looks a little bit closer. Yeah, it is almost directly in this circle here. That sounds good to me. And I couldn't tell you when the last time we went here was, because I don't even remember what's over here. There's apparently a quest over here. So that's something. So, good thing that we did stop by. What is the deal, though, with you?
Help.
What's up, warrior dude?
She main what? Woman and plating. From far. Different talk, different cloth.
Have I seen a foreign woman with a platen?
Yeah, that. Foreign woman. From distant parts.
I don't think so, but why do you ask?
Why are you looking for them?
They bad. Run from punishment. Evil only. Ill fortune. They hear woman and plating.
What is the
Here,
plate?
evil and ill fortune.
I haven't seen them.
No, haven't seen anyone like that.
I must find foreign woman with plating. I give gold.
Okay. I was kind of expecting for an official quest to start, but don't seem to have gotten any quest updates from that. Not sure why that is, unless it snuck up on here and I didn't see it. Unless it's actually affiliated with the thing that we're already doing. I don't know. I don't know what to make of that. Can we take this from out in front of you? You don't appear to be here anymore. And I like the Dimeridium, so yeah, I'll take it. If you don't mind. And maybe I'll take a quick look at what this is as well. Just in case. This is also a nice, valuable metal of some variety. Okay, so uncover what became of the second ship. Presumably means that what we're looking for is in the water here. Because I believe it is supposed to be a shipwreck of some sort. And these are probably drowners that are guarding the thing that we were looking for. That would be my guess. In which case, we'll have to break out the crossbow again? Oh man. What is this, Skellige? That's my guess, at least. These dudes... Might have needed to get a little bit closer before we did this. Hello? That was the wrong time to do that. One day, oh, here's another one, though. Please get shot in the butt. Please get shot in the face. And please get shot really anywhere at all. I tell you the truth, I'm not that picky. You were out of range, though. Now, please get shot. What? You turned into 3 drowners? That's madness. Also, there's now magically another drowner. It spawned directly below us. I saw it show up on our map as we were swimming up. They're coming out of nowhere. It's actually never-ending drowners. We could actually farm Are you seeing this? They are actually spawning never-ending. Like, as soon as we get rid of one, another one comes back. Except Carol missed that time. But we could legitimately, seemingly spawn these guys for however long we wanted and get infinite experience out of this. Still probably not a very rewarding use of our time. Probably would rather actually try to complete this quest. But that is interesting food for thought. I mean, if you guys leave us alone, that's cool. And we can... Hello. You obviously didn't. But, like, you also are not going to leave us alone? This is actually going to be a really annoying... Like, how are we actually going to get out of here? This one that's about to drown us? This is actually going to be extremely annoying. Hello. Because there's actually going to be a never-ending source of drowners. And I don't really want to spend all of eternity stuck dealing with you guys when I would like to just try to finish this quest. But we'll try this little island here. But it is like just barely on the edge of this circle. It is largely outside of the circle, to tell you the truth. So I'm not that optimistic. I took a surprising number of hits to take out. Oh, this was... It's a guarded treasure at one point. This is almost certainly not going to be it. But it's at the very least a moment's time to take a sigh of relief after having fended off quite a few of those drowners. What just vibrated? What's their reason for it? Oh, well, I saw the red, but that's just more drowners. Take a look at the map here. Yes, this is the edge. I mean, I'm assuming it's in the water. It, I guess, could be outside of the water, but I kind of doubt it. I mean, we can't really see anything special over here. Which does perhaps suggest that it is not where I was originally thinking it would be. The only glowing stuff over there are the drowners. So maybe it is on land after all. And the never-ending drowners are just a coincidence? Now, there was, at one point in time, something over here as well that we did also seem to finish. I think maybe that's just the edge of the cliff showing up on the map right here, but yeah, I think so. For a second, it looked like it was another one of the finished guarded treasures, but nothing yet. It's supposed to be some kind of shipwreck. So again, I would have thought that would mean that it is somewhere into water, and this place over here is certainly the largest body of water within this circle. Those are just mushrooms. I don't know. Where is this thing? Also don't particularly want to fall off this cliff, but it's nothing compared to what we saw in Skellige, right? That's nothing. Yeah, we'll try going back in this direction a bit. Uncover what became of the second ship. I suppose uncover what became could potentially mean that, it actually, you know, it may not be the ship itself, it might be something that tells us about what happened to the ship. Might be some kind of book or note someone left us like, hey, by the way, this happened. Because this house here is within the circle. I think this is the house that we went in before. But, does perhaps give greater reason to look more closely. Was this the house of Urian, or was this a different one? I don't know. And there is stuff here.
Sort of.
Stuff to potentially loot.
You go your way, I'll go mine.
Alright, well, my way is over here in your house, you see. Hope you don't mind. I think this was the house we were in before. I'd like to try to loot that stuff up there, but it's rather difficult to get up there. Actually, stuff here as well. Another thing on the roof. I wonder if we can actually get on the roof itself. We do... Yes, we can. Is there a way to drop through? Can we set your roof on fire? Because it's a thatch roof that would be extremely flammable? Maybe we'll pass. Okay, well, let's try going in this direction a little bit in that case, because... Yes, that house is within the circle. So is this stuff here. Now, this house, less so. Only the very corner of it. What is this? Apparently there's a shopkeeper up here. Apparently this is where Roach is hanging out. You guys are not really in the circle.
Oi!
Sure, we'll use this. Where is this thing? Lots of plants. That's not that interesting. Say, Roach, it would be nice to actually have you helping us out here. You know, instead of, like, you just eating grass while we do all the work. That was not part of our agreement, Roach. Okay.
Let's go.
This should help a bit. Let's try checking the perimeter of this circle first. Yeah, like, what is... Those guys are outside the circle, yes, but this is not. There's just wolves? If so, then I don't really care. Or like, sounds like that's the case? I don't know. Seeing much here at the moment. We are like quite literally on the edge. Now we're actually a little bit outside of it. So if we could ideally go down a little further, that'd be great. Roach is quite stuck on who knows what. Just doesn't really want to go down this steep of a slope, it seems. Is very against it.
That's it, Roach.
That is not it, Roach. Please, at the very least, allow us to dismount. Thank you. Okay, so let's see if we can find anything here on foot. Because, this is the edge of... Oh, now this looks encouraging. This is the body of water that we were in previously with the never-ending drowners. That is gotta be the sign we're looking for.
is on the sunken ship.
Okay. And some footprints as well.
Tracks are old and faded. A woman and child dragging their feet.
Find the woman to whom the indecipherable message you found on the corpse is addressed. Excuse me, indecipherable message on the corpse. Is that from the sunken ship we saw earlier? Way back in Skellige? Or is there an undecipherable message here that we did not actually catch? Because if so, then let's catch it. But I suppose not really needed at this stage. We know where we're supposed to go, so we'll just keep moving. Do I actually need to actively examine these, or do we just follow them? I think we just follow them. Looks like it? Okay. I was gonna say, initially I was surprised this wasn't listed as just a treasure hunt. It seemed like it was just gonna be a simple dive down here, get loot, and leave. But now it's turned into something a little bit more extravagant. Looks like we're gonna be headed over here. Yes, okay. That, I bet, is gonna be the person we're looking for. I just want to check our map real quick. Where are we exactly? The Widow's Grotto. We have been here before. Interesting. I don't remember being here, of course, it was so long ago. She's running. Now, I can't really run with you. I need Roach, otherwise, please, Roach, just, we might actually fail this quest. If Roach does not let me go on, can you track this person down? Who is possibly also getting onto a horse and running away?
Giddy up.
Oh, what is this? I may have accidentally skipped something there in an attempt to dismount. No idea what you are saying.
What are you doing here?
I seek them. Woman, criminal. Child, not hers. She took.
Why should I believe you?
No, believe her. Criminal. Must to die. I take plating home.
Now, it would have been great if I had read what the note said just before doing this, because all I remember, let's see. So she was from a distant location, and people didn't really know where, but it was just far away from Skellige. And someone who was tasked with basically guarding her was one of several people guarding her on a ship. There were actually two ships, I think, that were sailing away, and one of those ships went down or disappeared, and then she disappeared and ran off, and clearly there were people who were trying to hunt her down. It just wasn't necessarily clear why that was, and so it could potentially be that she was a criminal, although it seemed as though she was affiliated with some kind of relatively prestigious family, given the sigil and given how she was able to afford multiple guards and ships to transport her. So, yeah. Tell us what they did exactly.
What did the woman do? Why do you want to take the child?
Matter for king. Dergelek. You not know.
You got that right. I mean, usually when you are accusing someone of a crime, you need to present some kind of evidence. Right now, your evidence is that this person is running away from you, which is understandable, given how you are hunting them down. So you kind of, I mean, they may be a criminal. The two of them may be criminals, but you gotta give us something to work with here. If not, then they are innocent until proven guilty.
You can't hurt the woman, or take the child. I won't let you.
Feli, Gadale.
And this guy's probably gonna fight us to the death. I imagine that's what's about to happen. That is in fact what is about to happen. Are you going to try to attack the family as well? That may or may not be a family? Apparently not.
This from me?
Atiende Effie.
I have no idea what you're saying. But thank you. I mean, I don't even know what she gave us, but we're probably fine. I mean, they seem to be in pretty rough shape here. So, I think they could probably use just about anything they can get right about now.
Thanks, but I don't need this.
Enough.
She also may not have understood what we said, but it's the thought that counts.
Good luck.
Okay, so that quest is done. That didn't sound good.